Go live.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boo.
Elmo's World? That's what I thought you were singing.
Boop, 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 wow.
Oh.
It's from some video game. A lot of people use it in their YouTube videos.
Yes. Oh, I know the song, the sound. But I was thinking like,
Mhm.
boop, 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 Elmo's World. Which is where that comes from, obviously.
Yeah. Boop, 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 wow. Alright, neat. Camera looking a little dark. Or maybe my screen brightness is also way down. That could be it. But let's pop it up just a little. Just a little. How's the focus? Do, 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 right about there. Yeah, I should probably also put it into widescreen mode. Boop.
Tate the Hun made the live stream today. Dislike.
Nice.
Simon the Bottomized Monkey back by popular demand. Me. Cake the Bandit disliked.
Nice.
Move my screen. Yeah. For some reason, it's not where it's usually because of some reason. That someone will figure out in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
How odd.
Ian Grimson, hello folks. How are y'all today?
Dandy.
I had to export a 1080p screen recording that was 8 minutes long. It took an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It was 8 minutes long?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. I think I had a screen recording that was maybe like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Export time maybe 3 minutes.
Jeez, there must be something. There must be some crazy thing.
I've heard that because I think there was an upgrade with QuickTime, but you have to go to the complete next version of Mac OS.
Does that one stop you being able to use Adobe products? Because they have to knock out a major system.
I mean, they're pretty buggy on there, but not that I know of.
And they're like, hey, do you like all of your legacy programs and your 32-bit? Nope, no more.
Right. No more programs.
What? Don't you want the new screensavers? What come on, what are we doing? Upgrade.
Do you think some people upgrade just for the screensavers?
Probably. They just upgrade because they get the prompts too.
I like the colors. I like these colors better than the other colors. I like the one with the mountain instead of the other one with the mountain.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it is. Oh god, nothing's near me.
I wonder why that could be. How odd that there's nothing near you. I can tell you that it was a mad dash to get ready for this.
Ooh.
For me as well. For some reason.
Mm-hmm. Bro Red, first live stream. Love your videos. Thanks for the amazing content. Yeah, no problem.
Great. All right, we're closing her down.
We're doing it for you, Bro Red. We knew.
Last video came out yesterday. We're all done.
Scat Productions just ordered from Games Workshop and it's going to take 25 business days. Yeah, the last time I ordered something from G-Dubs, it took a long ass time.
What'd you get? What'd you get us?
Doomslayer, do decals ever get less annoying? I'm on my 20th Space Marine and I think I've had enough. Is this why so many people start doing freehand? I've definitely learned my way around decals very well because I've applied probably close to 1,000 across mostly my Space Marines, but I've put other decals on too. One thing you can do is you can really crush them down. You can really apply some force to really flatten them out. If you don't have the products Micro Sole and Micro Set, they're very, 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 very good.
Do you think it's necessary to do? I've always heard like do a gloss coat first and then put them on. Do you think that's necessary? Or just
no, I applied them. I applied them bare to my texture paste covered shoulder pads, and they went on fine.
Do you think people just overwork it?
I think they're a little too delicate with them.
Ooh, you gotta manhandle them.
I think people
gotta spank them.
They cut a bunch of relief cuts and they use tons of water and they let the decal soak for a while. You want to let that decal soak for like 10 seconds, like the absolute minimum amount of time for the glue to activate and for the decal to slide off the paper. That's when it's ready to go, and then you put that on the shoulder and you crush it down. I like to take a damp wad of paper towel and really apply some pressure to squish all the air out from underneath it. Simon Lovato as Monkey. Sad to see that Jay still forgot his jorts. William Saxel. Are we just ignoring the one model from your new video that looks like Jabba's skiff? Oh, I love that model so much. I forgot the name of it, but the Eldar sailboat. I really like it though. It's cool. Tantalus, the Tantalus.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
What's so cool is that it has, for the deck, to make the deck look like weird like metal grating, it comes with etched brass sheet.
Wow.
I mean, that's cool. And it's under 200, which is also crazy. Like, it's not even the most expensive thing on the site. Like, you'd think, like, okay, we have to keep brass etchings in stock, so let's bump it up at least, extra $100. I mean, that's what I would expect for Forge World.
Maybe it's not a big seller. They made a bunch of them and no one buys them.
It might be.
Good old Forge World.
Scapa Productions, Gabriel Angelos, Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens, is now out of stock and no longer going to be sold by Forge World. I'm sad. I think there's a really good either 3D print or resin model out there. It pops up on eBay all the time. Just get that one. It's probably cheaper.
Oh yeah, it probably is.
Are you guys excited for the Kill Team Orc being revealed this Saturday? I saw a rumor of a new Kill Team just by being on YouTube today.
Do you think that's what it is?
Probably.
Or do you think who is the source?
I don't know. It wasn't Uncle Adam, so I also didn't watch the video, but who knows?
Like, is it Games Workshop Ned? Some guy from Games Workshop? Is it Games Workshop themselves leaking it to create hype?
Oh yeah.
And then giving it to influencers?
Evil influencers.
Shills?
5-string Connor. It's all fun and games and battle scribe till you realize you're going to need 3 boxes of Vanguard vets to run them how you want. You know what's really interesting? I think Vanguard vets are like a few dollars cheaper than an Assault Marines. Even though they come with more options and are an elite unit instead of a fast attack unit. And they're like the same thing, they're just Marines with jump packs.
Interesting.
Just weird Games Workshop prices.
But
Vanguard veterans are pretty dope. I have a bunch of boxes of them.
I don't have any.
Although some of them are going to be, some of them are Death Guard, which I'm gonna be not Death Guard. What's the other? It's probably got Death in the name.
Death Watch.
Death Watch. They're Death Watch, so they're gonna get gone soon. Because I want to downsize. I only want models I'm really excited about. I only want armies I'm really excited about.
So which one of you is gonna buy these Death Watch?
Yeah, not even a little bit of a usable army.
Yeah, who's gonna buy it? Chicky Nugs, good afternoon, players.
See, NewBQ, I have some rubber-tipped sculpting tools that are great for applying decals, even if you are babying it. That's not a bad idea. The only thing I see with that is it doesn't soak up. It won't soak up the water, so you might be risking moving your decal just a little bit. But I could see that as being really, really good. Big soft rubber sculpting tool.
Mm-hmm. That was my nickname in high school.
Kyle Razman, you're painting a road trader, but do you have a ship for her? No, I do not. I know the when I was reading Eisenhorn, there's like 2.5 chapters devoting to describing the gun cutter, which is the name of his spaceship. Still have no earthly idea what it looks like because I tune out when they start explaining what things look like in those books.
Mm-hmm.
I need to reread them now that I've experienced more 40k books, but I just remember my eyes glazing over when they're explaining like what the floor looks like, and I'm just, why does it matter?
Yeah, but what does the floor look like? Is the floor made out of lava?
Mm-hmm. ZNubiQ, I'll start the bidding at $5.
Chicken Nugs, if not army, usable for kill team?
That's true.
Death Watch?
Very usable for kill team.
So you're gonna save 20 of them?
Maybe. I mean, you can only take probably 6 or 7 because that's how many Space Marines you can take, and probably less because you can take really good guns for Death Watch as opposed to the pretty good guns for Space Marines.
But what about options? I know you're a big tournament player.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Something about it, Monkey. The Dark Elder boat will be her ship. You know what? She would look great on the Tantalus.
Oh yeah. Fit right in. Chicken Nugs, with all this talk of kill team, I got a double time in selling my Indominus Space Marines. I'm banned from buying more minis. Oh yeah. Yeah, what happens if they come out with a new kill team?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to figure that out.
Presumably, you'll just have to buy a new book, because what else can they... You can no longer use 40k models in kill team.
Mm-hmm. Well, unless there's some cool stuff in it.
That's true.
Maybe there's a cool box set. Can you imagine buying a box set?
Never.
Imagine doing that.
ZNBQ, also, I soak the decal I use in Micro Soul, so they were a touch more dissolved, I guess. All I know is that's worked fine. What I do is I'll put the decal on a wet paper towel, and it'll start to absorb the water from the bottom. And then I take a drop of Micro Soul, Micro Soul, and I put a drop on top of the decal to start, to soften it, to dissolve it a little bit. And that works pretty good, too. Although I don't do it for all decals. Only decals that are going to be, round. If it's going to be a flat decal, I don't even bother.
I think I've only done a couple. And you've seen those. Those are on the docket jet, and they look horrendous. There's bubbles in there. I did not spank them down at all. Very, very bad. The 16-year-old Nick. At it again.
Fives from Connor. Is the Death Watch special ammunition any better in Kill Team, or is it all about the plasma? I bet it's really good in Kill Team, because the only thing, shooting is kind of rough in Kill Team, because there's even if you're a good shot, there's a 50-50 chance it'll miss at least, and then there's a 50-50 chance that the guy's going to not die from it. But, if the bullet is a better bullet, then you definitely up your chances a lot. A strength 4 gun, which is most everything, it's got a 15% chance of killing something if it shoots. Probably less. But all of a sudden, you're shooting strength 5, AP -2 or something, AP -1. All of a sudden, that's really, we could get it to 50-50.
What I'm wondering is if that toughness 5 is going to carry over to kill team too.
Ooh.
For the orcs.
There's a thought.
I know. That's all I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're really gonna get back into playing it for some reason.
Yeah, I think if the orcs get to toughness 5, they're gonna have to be 10 points apiece.
Mmm. No, I think they should be 5 points apiece
Mm-hmm.
with toughness 5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Simon the Bomb-Eyes Monkey, you've been a naughty decal. You must be spanked.
Doomslayer, are you guys friends with Trent from Miscast? He seems to be every other YouTuber's favorite, other than Goobs, of course. No, I haven't chatted with him yet. Kyle Transu, some Black Library authors are straight up not good at describing things. Chris Wright has described Terra hives and underhives in 2 books, and I'm still lost. And see, I don't mind if there's just a basic description and I can fill in the blanks. You know, he walked into the corridor. Yeah, if he he walks to the corridor. That's all I need to know, and I'll build a corridor in my mind. And then that's enough. And then just get back to the point. You don't have to tell me if there's windows or if there's anything going on or that there's buttons
But what if you have no imagination?
Well, then you're not reading a book. Transu, it'd be hilarious if they rescaled. ZenaBQ, it'd be hilarious if they rescaled to 54mm like all the Inquisitor guys.
They should.
I wouldn't mind. That would be dope. To get some large-scale 40k models.
Look at the dude. I hope the new kill team. I hope the new kill team tries and balance things at least a little. I can dream. I think it'll start balanced and then slowly over time get messed up and
Yeah, probably.
as they start adding things and changing stuff, and they release another book that doesn't have the previous book stuff in it, so you have to reference 2 books to remember what's going on, and then another book comes out and you have to reference 3 books in order to know what's going on.
If it was my job to try to balance it, I'd probably put a cap on sergeants, because Harlequins can have 1. Because there's 1 unit available, but Space Marines can have every single character be a sergeant, which means they get an extra attack and an extra leadership for free, because you just take the guy, and one in the squad can be that. And so if you have 1 Reaver and 1 heavy intercessor and 1 assault marine and 1 intercessor and 1 Space Marine captain, all of a sudden they are all just better for free. I feel like they should cap it at maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That way you can still have some factions have more guys than others, but you take away just the free upgrade of it. Because Space Marines should have more than anyone else. That's just fair.
Course. 5-string Connor, I know what will happen. Nick's orcs will miss all their shots. Jay will hit all of his shots but do no damage.
Yep.
It sounds exactly correct. Yeah, we have some weird luck sometimes. I mean, there's that one game you rolled 5 ones at the same time. 5 dice, all 1s.
Natival Noir, one of the AdMech characters, Dedalosus, came in a box with that mini. He had new rules, but no way to get him. eBay is my only hope, I think. They're too cool of minis not to be released again. Oh, yeah. Wait, was that the big fat guy? Because I think you can buy the big fat guy.
Big fatty?
Although, honestly, I feel like Kill Team... I feel like it's not as bad as some things when it comes to balance. The only time it gets really imbalanced is if you try to only have a kill team and not a command roster. Because some things are just gonna suck, But like, you know, if you know you're going up against Space Marines, but you also know that you have a little bit of Melta and a little bit of Plasma in your roster that you can take, you know, that could be huge.
Mm-hmm. That's true. If you do the strategizing element,
Yeah. And
you're supposed to.
And you're supposed to put together your kill team after you know the mission and the race you're playing against.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it sounds like a lot of people just make a kill team and that's what they bring it over and over because that's convenient and easier. But it's technically not how you're supposed to do it. I also think they should cut all the range of every gun in half, at least.
Mm-hmm. Ah, look at all these hot takes. Donald Caller, Nick, are you excited for the Orc preview on Saturday? Yes. I have no idea what it's going to be. Very excited about it.
Nicholas Nandu, hey, they aren't better for free, they're better for 1 whole point. Oh yeah, that's true. Some captains cost a little more. And 1 point is a lot in kill team. You run out of points fast.
Mm-hmm.
History lesson, there was a 54mm scale skirmish game called Inquisitor. Fans kept it alive since 2007 with no support. Hope that explains my last comment. Yeah, it had a bunch of really interesting models. A lot of models are just gone. You cannot buy them because they're actually popular. Like, there was a Gene Stealer, there was a Space Marine, there was Inquisitor Eisenhorn.
Are those the ones that Goober has a bunch of?
Yes, yeah. But there's a bunch you can still buy. Like, there's like a captive demon host, a death cult assassin woman, and just like a mutant. And they don't quite look 40k or good, so those pop up on eBay from time to time for pretty good prices.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, Alaska, you're basically supposed to have a sideboard of stuff in Kill Team. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. You need to have a whole 40k army to take a kill team out of.
Yeah. J.K. Tyler, anyone know how to comment while watching on tablet? J.K. Tyler, are you watching on tablet? Because how did you comment?
I think someone just wanted to talk about how rich they are. Now they have a tablet. Yeah, I just got a new tablet. Yeah, it was only $1,000. I mean, jeez. Or is it like a drawing tablet? That'd be hilarious.
Jason, Alaska, I have the Deathwatch Marine and the Inquisitor in power armor. Awesome minis. Ah, that's sweet. I know Goob's just painted up the Space Marine for his Pride Month model, and it was a great video, and then he put spray glue on it.
And then it was the best video.
Yeah. That's not how you use that.
Mm-hmm. J.K. Tyler, I'm not rich. Ah, so you have a hand-me-down iPad 3 as well.
Znibiq, my favorite kill team command roster was my Imperial Guard, which had 15 las guys, 3 grenade launcher guys, a sergeant, and a comms. It was always the only buildable kill team within that roster. Tad Tardell, watching your content has been helping me through a rough spot. Thanks, you guys. I'll be getting together with an old friend this weekend to do some painting for the first time in years. Very excited. Nice! Little paint party. Little PP
party. I love a good PP.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we all?
Oh yeah.
Don't we all?
Who doesn't love a PP?
Mm-hmm.
Man, is it really dry down here? The paint is misbehaving a little.
Jeez, I was doing some airbrushing today for some reason, and my moisture trap was really wet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I usually don't see anything in it.
Yeah.
Or barely anything in it. It was going. It's like, oh my goodness.
Some of the dude, the reason I care so much about kill team balance is because I love getting my friends into it, and I'd hate for them to get just a shitty faction because they love the look of them and then have no fun at all. Yeah, kill team, unless you're playing well, you're going to lose really hard.
Yeah.
Because things move so quick. And like if you're just like, I bought a box of Space Marines and they all have bolt guns, you're just gonna lose turn 2. Like you kind of need to know what your guns do and what your guys do and what you have to do. It's a game that's it's hard to play non-competitively.
Mm-hmm. ZNBQ? For some reason, do you mean semi-secret kill team reasons? Well, you are a Patreon supporter, so if you look at the videos for this week, you can see after that, you can see what we're working on.
Ah.
So I made a comment just to say what we were doing during this week. It's exciting stuff.
Corey, the paint is dry because you keep painting your fingers, sir. Ah, clearly.
Mm-hmm. ZNBQ,
Okay.
I disagree. I think if you use all the goofy ass rules, you add enough randomness to even out a lot of the competitive edge, like the scouting phase.
Oh, the scouting phase. It takes so long, it almost never matters.
Yes. I like it. I like it when the person does, the movement before or whatever, but then the other person does to cancel that, so nothing happens.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. Or is there a disarm bombs one?
There is a
If you
disarm
bomb-
bombs.
Yeah, where that happens.
Mm-hmm.
God, the bombs have never mattered except for the game that it really mattered.
Oh yeah, I lost like a whole guy in turn 1.
Yeah. Good old
Taylor,
Ben
hey.
and his bombs.
Taylor, hey, Kill Team has always struck me as kind of like XCOM meets 40k. Underworlds is hex-based, so I'd be really interested to watch a game of that. If only there was a website where you could watch anything at any moment. But I wonder how that gameplay works.
Chicky Nugs tips. Nick and Jay, you really should stop hinting how you're shilling and got an early copy of Kill Team 2.0.
Yeah.
And you're trying to paint it all in 4 months early. Oh yeah.
No, yeah, we have 10th edition 40k. We're not supposed to say that, but yeah, we got it early.
Wild. Yeah, but we're gonna be a little naughty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming out in 2025. But
Toughness 6 orcs.
yeah, you won't believe. Yeah, the starter set is squats and zotes. It's crazy.
Yeah. And after that, it's 40k end times.
Mm-hmm.
So. In Age of Sigmar 4, going back to the square bases. It's gonna be wild.
Simon O'Donnell's Monkey. Whoa, bro! The scout phase is actually the coolest and most fun thing ever. Maybe. Never really seems to amount to much. Either the one person gets a big advantage or nothing happens. Is usually what happens.
And it's usually nothing happens.
Yeah.
I saw a comment. I am Gamer Noob. I love that I just bought my first Kill Team book to play it, but just to find out an hour later, Kill Team 2 was announced.
Ah. Well, if there's still a 50-50 chance that Kill Team 2 is not going to invalidate the first book just to make everything really complicated.
Oh, God. It has to.
It has to. If it's not everything rolled into one, it's garbage.
Yeah. You want to hear a secret? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the, it absolutely needs to be rolled in one book.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you make a change, it has to be. Or they should make kill team codexes that are a page.
Doomslayer, squats and zotes would sell like hotcakes. Maybe. I mean, you can buy them right now. And you can buy squats for... you can buy zotes for something, I don't know. And you can buy squats for Necromunda.
That is true. And that's where squats belong. Randy Coke, scouting phase is for nerds. Ha ha.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I've
scouting
been saying
phase.
that for years.
The scouting phase.
ZNWQ, I hope they make downloadable living rosters, though through that silly bad roster builder would be fine. Yeah. I bet you they don't. It. Jay, we know your opinion on squats, so how about ratlings?
I don't mind ratlings. I feel like they've done something with the ratlings, which is almost never mention them, and make them one old ass metal kit, and they're just snipers. I feel like that's if you're gonna bring back squats, you have to do something like that, which is basically nothing.
You heard it here, folks. They don't care.
I don't know. I mean, if
Games
somebody can
Workshop
come up with a
doesn't
cool shtick for dwarves, that's not they live underground, they make stuff out of gold.
What if they're jolly? Oh, does that not work?
Mm-hmm.
What if they have big beards?
Yeah, big orange braided beards, right?
Yeah. What if they're drunk all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Which, how do you get anything done? Yeah. Or do you get a lot of this stuff done, but it's really bad? Yeah, what a wild time. What a wild time to be a squat.
5-string Connor, I can't wait for Jay to play a mini agnostic game and run into a whole army of squats. I'm not opposed to anyone creating a squat army. I'm just opposed to squats in 40k because I don't think there's if they came up with something interesting like all squats are clones or something of this short guy, like if they came up with something kind of cool and unique, I'd be fine. But they're not. No one has, and no one's gonna.
I mean, you just did just now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all clones of the same guy that the stormtroopers are.
Yeah. Yeah, completely original.
Mm-hmm.
And they time travel in a DeLorean.
Luis Alberto Gomez, what if they can use railgun weaponry or carry stormbolters as primaries? Well, that would just make them half the Tau and half heavy intercessors.
Completely original. Yeah, but they look different. It's completely original.
Ah, Simon Bonner's monkey. Squats and jorts.
There you go. That's an original thought right there.
Luis Alberto Gomez, squats have been reported repopulating in Tau territory, wink wink. That would be cool if they brought them in with the Tau. I think that's the easiest way to add anything new into the game is to just give it to the Tau. Because they're supposed to be allying with all sorts of different aliens. But so far we've only seen two. The Kroot and the Vespid.
Mm-hmm.
But in theory they should have dozens.
So which one of your hot takes is more wrong? Flyers are bad or squats are bad?
Probably flyers. I think people like people. A lot of people own flyers, and people get really mad when I say something that could be construed as they've made a foolish decision. Mm-hmm. That's really what gets people mad.
Mm-hmm. How dare you say your opinion out loud?
I mean, I own a bunch of flyers,
Mm-hmm.
and I've used them in a bunch of
own-
games, and that's why I think they're annoying.
Yeah. Stand's really big.
Mm-hmm.
And ugly.
Yeah. I am Gamer Noob. Jay Lee ever paint a Battlefield Gothic model? Probably. I like them. I really want a battle cruiser, like one of the Imperial battle cruisers, but they go for big money on eBay. So maybe if I can find an STL, I don't know, like $40. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's for a little tiny lead model.
Right.
It doesn't really look amazing. Because a lot of people really like that game and still play it, and they try to play it with the original models.
Nerds. What losers. Jeez. Imagine playing a game with models in it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be silly. Doom's Lair flying squats are the best.
Oh, you mean Carriage and Overlords? The Carriage and Overlords, I think, are kind of a cool take on dwarves. Like steampunk flying dwarves that live in flying cities with flying blimps and... Because, I mean, they usually live underground. And so it's a funny thing to put them in the air.
Colton Lane, I wish they'd redo Battlefield Gothic like they did Blood Bowl.
I think they probably will one day. I bet it's kind of because like Fantasy Flight has X-Wing, which is like fighter versus fighter warfare, and then they have a game called Armada, which is like starship versus starship. I could see them do something like that, where they have Aeronautica Imperialis and then Battlefleet Gothic, and you can play at the two different scales.
Was because Aeronautica's on a hex system, right?
Yeah.
Does Battlefleet Gothic use that, or is that
No, I think it was
free
measuring.
balling?
Yeah, it was free ball.
Good old free ball. Does anyone? Do you know why the base is weird? Like, there's like mechanics in the base for Aeronautica Imperialis.
I assume it's like wound counters.
Seems interesting.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Hay, still think you should grab an Armada model and paint it up just for the shits, even if you figure you won't play it over X-Wing. I looked into it. I looked on eBay to see if anybody was selling the just the models, and there was a couple people, but the prices weren't amazing, and all the ships I would want were sold out. But I'll keep my eyes open. I do want to do that. It sounds like fun. I think it would be either be one of the weird Star Destroyers or one of the weird Rebel ships, I guess. Not one of the I could have gotten the Blockade Runner for like $20, but I'm like, I mean, the Blockade Runner's cool. It's like the first thing you see in Star Wars, but I don't know. It's not as cool as like one of the Mon Calamari ships you see in Return of the Jedi. Taylor Hay, Fantasy Flight doesn't have the Star Wars IP anymore, as Modi got them to move on and brought in another company called Atomic Mass Games. Isn't everything owned by Fantasy Flight though? Like I know they're different businesses, but aren't they owned by the same like? Isn't it all under the same house still? Just different companies. I read one article. I read one article.
And that house is Disney. We're owned by Disney.
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mickey calls me every night.
Yeah.
Oh!
Ho-ho! Go to bed! Make another top 10 list! That's what Mickey says.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Mickey loves the top 10.
Mm-hmm. So is Pluto Goofy's dog or his brother? Or
Yeah, nobody knows. That is the biggest mystery.
also, is Goofy a dog or a cow?
A dog.
He's a dog, but isn't he married to a cow?
I don't know who's married to who. Yeah, Mickey hasn't sent me that brief yet, so I don't know. Damn, never knew Mickey was a hardcore EOB fan. Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Jamie H. Lookoff. What do you guys think of the 40k toy McFarlane is coming out with? And if it's the big guys, I don't really care. I think there's smaller action figures which are a little bit more interesting. But again, they just seem like they took the vector files of the regular Primaris Marines and just scaled them up, which is so lazy.
Kyle Transu, Goofy definitely fucks. Best comment of the stream.
ZNBQ J is my favorite Disney princess. Also, I thought a legally distinct Battlefleet mini into the Patreon only Discord. Also, Dennis Surreal. Ah, neat. Randy Coat. Atomic Mass Productions, another minigame called Marvel Crisis Protocol. I know a lot about Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm just a little marveled out. I don't really care. I don't want to paint a Loki.
I mean, are you even a nerd then?
I like the Marvel movies. I like them a lot. I'm sure one day I'll get into it, but I
like some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Iron Man's.
Oh yeah, Iron Man's great.
Really
Iron
like
Man 1, 2, and 3.
Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. Wait, can someone remind me why they're asking for dislikes? Oh, you know why, you goose. Well, monkey. This might be the best response. At Simon the Lobotomized Monkey. Oh, this is from 5-String Connor. That's how we separate the boys from the boys. See? Exactly. Doomslayer, I prefer my IP minis to be chibi. That way I don't confuse them for the real thing.
I like the chibis.
I do too. I like the chibis. They're fun.
I don't know how to get them. Are they sold in America?
I think you just go to Chibis R Us.
Mm-hmm.
You just pick them up.
John Alberts, Iron Man 2 and 3 are way better than I remember. Oh yeah, Iron Man 3 got savaged when it came out, which is crazy because it's a great movie. J.K. Tyler, are the Marvel movies better than the Star Wars prequels? Some of them are. I really, really love Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think that's one of the best movies ever. Every single character in that movie gets an arc. Every single character. And it's a good arc.
Jay, what races do you hate playing against in Kill Team?
Orcs. Yeah, gosh darn those orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see Nick pull out the orcs, I'm like, oh boy, here we go again.
I know. Imagine having an orc kill team in this day and age. How problematic.
My strange brain. On old models, how do you get rid of the metal bar under the feet? I have a video on how I build metal models. That's great. It's like a heavy kill team or how to work with metal models. But what I've done in the past is I've clipped the peg, or I've clipped the bar so that it's just 2 pegs, one under each feet, and then I file it into like round pegs, and then I drill holes in the base and I shove the pegs in the base, and it basically is just making my own pinning.
A lot of people must be doing this right now because we got that question yesterday too. Interesting. J.K. Tyler, Guardians 2 isn't better than Citizen Kane.
I'd much rather watch Guardians 2 than Citizen Kane.
Ooh wee.
John Alberts, Guardians 2, all of the feels. Exactly. Kyle Transu, Target Cell, Space Marines, Sisters of Battle, and AdMech Chibis, just 3 though. I want the Sisters Chibi. I think I also want the Space Marine Chibi, but not the Grey Knight Chibi or the Assassin Chibi. I feel like the Assassins get a lot of press in 40k for being like almost nothing. It's a model no one takes, and in game, and it was a board game once for like a week.
Mm-hmm. ZNWQ, strong disagree. Citizen Kane was good for the time. Guardians 2 is good without qualifier. I wonder if 60 years in the future.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like looking at Citizen Kane as hey, this is the first movie to do cinematography, it's pretty dope. It's like the first movie you could see the ceilings because they didn't they put the camera in interesting locations. Jamie H. Lookoff, isn't the tab under the model for slotted bases? They are, but not everyone wants to use a slotted base. Some people want to use custom bases that they make or that they bought, or resin bases. I know a lot of people say that they like metal models for the heft. I wonder if there's an untapped market for metal bases. That adds some weight. Scratch up everyone's game boards.
You heard us, Cobalt Keith.
Andre, and no orc love, so no anticipation for the shoot-'em-up side-scroller game coming out. Warhammer 40,000, Shoot-Us, Blood, and Teeth? Is that real? A side-scroller 40k game?
I thought, I don't know. They're coming out with games, I don't care. Make more models. I know that they give the stuff to the other people to deal with, but...
Lucky Bat. Spoiler alert! Rosebud. Michael Spitz, what armies is like Nick collect besides Orko Wog? Gah.
I mean that's about it. I have a bunch of Eldar in pieces, and I have Dark Eldar in pieces too. And they look like prime candidates to sell for some reason.
Chicken Nugs, Guardians 2 is probably my favorite movie, period. Everything about it was just right in the characterizations, and in some ways, all the protagonists to me were relatable, despite everything being ridiculous. Oh yeah, everything is ridiculous, and everything was very real. I even got a little teary-eyed for Kraglin's story arc. And Kraglin is just like a comic relief character. I mean, his name's Kraglin. Rondario, metal bases were a thing a long time ago. You guys are such noobs.
Jeez, we're noobs, we're shills. Any more things that we are wrong, obviously. That goes without saying. Ah, the side scroller is real. It's like Metal Slug, but 40k.
I don't even know what Metal Slug is.
Me either.
I have played many of game. I know all of game.
As a human person, I have played a lot of game.
5-string Connor. I cried like a baby at the end of Guardians too. Ah, so good. Taylor Hay, the bit where Yondu lays the "he was your father, but he sure wasn't your daddy." Star-Lord gets me every time.
Aaron Ferguson, do I need work in progress photos for the hero's journey? Yes. You do. It's part of the rules. Andy Crimson, you don't know Metal Slug? Nope. If it's not FTL, Terraria, or Factoria, I don't know what it is. Or StarCraft. And I barely keep up with any of those.
I remember many years ago we decided, I think we must have had some time off or something, and we decided to play a game of Minecraft on hardcore mode.
Yes.
And we played for like a day and a half straight, and then then we both just died. And then we just stopped and left, like, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. Maybe it was a winter break thing?
Might have been.
Something? Jeez, we had some weird winter breaks.
Yeah.
Like that time where we took down all the lighting and cleaned and put it all back up again.
Yep.
And then
God, you remember how sick I was the last day we were working on that?
Exactly. And then we would so we would go and do that, and then we would come home and watch one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yes.
We had like 5 days to work this time of movies. I mean, there's really only 3, but they tacked on two extra ones.
Yeah, they sure did.
Fun.
Coac 15324, crying in movies isn't a signifier of good film for me. I cried in Guardians 2, but I also cried in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker when the horses were running atop the ship. How will they get down? I think 8 and 9 got me a little bit, or maybe not 8 so much, but 9 definitely got me when Kylo Ren sees not like a vision of Han Solo. That moment got me pretty good. And I'm like, oh, he's good now, and he's remembering his dad. Michael Spitz, wait, you guys were roomies in college?
In college. 2 whole years.
Yeah. Hulk tube tips. It's not much, but here's $5 since I've spent a few days binging your vids. Nice. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Doomslayer. Poor Star Wars horses. How did they even know they'd even need them? Well, they didn't need them. It's just all they had. Because if you remember the stormtroopers who left that they meet are all riding those animals, and so they just literally didn't have other things to use. Although when I saw the new people, when we were like 2 hours and 10 minutes into the movie, I'm like, no, you can't introduce new things. There's no room left in my brain. I just literally tuned out the names and faces, and I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore this, and maybe it won't matter. And it didn't.
ZWQ tips. Guys, they don't know what Metal Slug is, so let's just tell them it's the prequel to Metal Gear.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I barely know what Metal Gear is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, though.
I have not played video games.
Am I the only one that cried during the entirety of the Emoji Movie? I know it was really good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, when Patrick Stewart was making poop jokes.
Art. And who says America is dead?
Mm-hmm. Five-string Connor. Chewie finding out Leia died actually broke me. God, that movie is so full. I need to rewatch it a couple more times. Kyle Transu tips. This is $5 to buy literally any of the 20 Metal Slug games. I don't need to because my computer can't run anything. Shadow Ming's hobbies, and all the good guys had to do, or what all the bad guys had to do was tilt the Star Destroyers 90 degrees, and the rebel scum would have fallen to their deaths. So sad. Yeah, I think there was a reason. There was a reason why they didn't just fly up. I don't think you can, like, I think if you do a barrel roll in atmosphere, you feel the gravity, because gravity. But they could have flown it. There was a reason they couldn't fly into space. I don't remember why. I need to rewatch the movie.
All right, I'm looking up Metal Slug. All right, this is neat. All right, can Jay's computer run it? Nope, they cannot.
Taylor, hey, you could literally run Metal Slug on Nick's hand-me-down iPad. Honestly, you probably could run it there way easier than the modern Mac.
Yes.
You're from they're from the arcade era. Your computer can probably run them. It probably can if I do some finagling. But if I have to spend a minute figuring it out, I'm not going to do it.
Well, what I'm looking at, you need Windows. So don't have to worry about that.
Well, technically you can dual boot.
Yes, you could.
But you can't use a what I was using, which sucks. I think they've patched it, but I think they want you to buy I had a thing called like a Parallels desktop, so I could have multiple different types of desktops open at the same time. But they would get outdated so fast. And so they're like, hey, do you want to upgrade to the newest version for $50? I'm like, no. But then nothing would work.
Yeah. I used to have my computer dual booted with Windows, but it takes up 100 gigabytes, and I can't have 100 gigabytes just taken up. And you'd have to restart the computer to boot into Windows, and that's annoying. Then I have to re-download my, all my pink screensavers and docs and all that other stuff. And that's upsetting.
Yeah, my Tasteway album cover backgrounds.
Exactly. Yeah, I had to move my entire Tasteway collection of music over to the Windows side, so I'd have it there too.
Yeah.
Very, very upsetting.
Boy, I think some of the best some of the most fun thing I've ever had was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 while listening to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh my god.
Which is crazy because there's tons of like audio cues and stuff in that game, but I don't care. I'll just die more and listen to Joe. I won't hear that guy sneaking up behind me.
Taylor, hey, I don't understand what's happening here. Is Jay shilling Mac now? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nothing but nice things to say about Apple. Noriga 14.5. I second that. Use this to buy Metal Slug. Nice. We can each have a copy now.
Yeah, there you go. And we both can't play it because we both don't have Windows. I know. I'm still waiting on my return, my tax return. So I can't even buy a new computer. I was debating on buying, building a really nice PC for editing, and it could also maybe do other things too. But alas, I don't think I deserve it. I don't think I've been a good enough boy. Although, because there is something beautiful about not having to render out every single thing that we make before I can start editing. But
that was the most fun part.
I don't need to wait an hour every time. Oh my goodness. Simon the Bomb-Eyes Monkey. Peace out, pissers and kissers. And speaking of that...
That's true!
It's a little after 10.
Alright, it might not look like much, but I did add a lot of paint to this guy.
Yeah. Look at him go. Metal Slug Co-op Stream 1. It does look fun. I mean, I love those side scrollers.
I would love to stream FTL. I'm really good at it, you guys. It's like the only thing in the world I'm good at.
Maybe one day. That'd be fun. It's the only thing I'm good at.
All right, everybody.
Yep. We had a video yesterday. We have a video out tomorrow, so check that out. And we'll be back tomorrow with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central.
All right. Good night.
Good night.